皆もご存知渦巻きナルト
But you try to counter it. All right.
Yeah, see, not
See?
happening.
This. Cancel out your puppet dashes with,
With Aubreyville. Oh, with
nope,
certain
with
things.
anything. So watch.
Oh shit!
Please
You could bait me
don't
out,
double
man.
dash with puppets.
It
see?
don't work.
Like,
It goes away.
yeah, bro.
What is up? It is your boy RJ in the building, and today, as you can see by the screen, I am here with a very special guest for the beginning of this puppet series, basically. So, as you would have seen by the title, that is a Teach Me series, but it will be puppet related. But this one is more of, rather it being I'm gonna bring in, a high level or top player, right, to do one episode. This is gonna be like a whole thing where we talk about the fundamentals of puppets, character guides, how to play. If you're gonna play puppets in meta, if you're gonna play puppets in the rule setting, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna go through everything in a bunch of different episodes to why it is kind of like a series, a kind of puppet section of the Teach Me series, basically, right, with Adrian. So a fun fact about Adrian as well, I'll say about yesterday to when we were recording this. So what was it, like the fourth? Adrian and Mask had the first to 10, and Adrian won 10-7. So he might be creeping into that top level bracket. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, just introduce yourself, Adrian, or Serpentistic, should I say? I should really call you by your username. I'm so
Hey man,
used to just
Adrian is
calling you
fine.
Adrian.
Yeah, that's the name everybody knows me
Yeah,
by.
of
But what's up,
course.
everybody? Y'all know me. It's Adrian.
Hmm.
Just here to do a fun series talking about puppets. Shout out my boy RJ for having me, and
Yeah,
it's
of
gonna be
course.
fun.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. So I'll put his YouTube channel with a link in the description, 'cause he does do guides as well. About a bag of different things, and I'm sure he'll probably be doing more sets as well, considering that I think right now you're probably the best you've been, right? I say this is the
Yeah,
your peak, like kind of thing, like the
definitely.
best that you've got to right now. So yeah, he will be probably hopefully doing some more, maybe some first attempts on this channel, but also in his channel as well. So definitely go check him out as well, 100%. Um, so yeah, we can get into the video now. We're pretty much covered everything.
All
Unless
right,
there's
sounds
anything else
good.
you want to say.
Um, nah, just I appreciate the shout out, and like I
Say
said
no
it's gonna be a
more.
fun series. So,
All right, cool. Let's get into it then. All right, so Um, all right, so we're gonna take it from here. So obviously, this one, as you would have seen, is gonna be based on just the fundamental aspects. So we're gonna go over obviously the neutral, the guard pressure, the comboing. Same thing if you know me, the stuff we go over generally, but we're gonna go over the puppet version of it. So we'll start with some neutral. So, Adrian, how do you go about playing puppets in a neutral? Like,
all right. So, a while ago, RJ, me and you were in a party, and this was probably like months ago, and you said something. This was when I was just learning puppets. You said something that really stuck with me, and it's very important. It's how you want to play neutral is when your puppet's over here with them,
mm,
you basically that's the position you want to be. You don't want to have your puppets all the way over here. It's
mm,
not a good position because then I don't have any pressure towards you. You could just jutsu switch me, pressure me, really get in.
yeah,
But I guess something that's really important is their chakra dash.
mm,
It's very quick and it has priority over
mm.
regs. So like, watch chakra dash me.
Ooh.
Well, that was that was glitchy. Hold up, hold up.
Let me back that.
All right, ready?
Oh my god, alright, cool.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah, see,
you
holy
see
shit,
how
not
much
happening.
priority they have. So it's very important. Another thing you could do is off this, you can ninja dash. See, and look, a lot of people let go of their guard, so that's an easy way to get into neutral. You can also do this, the pressure. That's another way. Every puppet has something specific, like gimmick-wise, to increase neutral. But when it comes to the basics, their chakra dash is really important. Their ninja dash is really important. Any
Mm,
puppet, I like to do a air hit and dash.
Yeah.
because it's also a very good form of neutral. You can also, that's when you get into the guard pressure, and when you're right here, this is something you want also, because look, I'm just feeling comfortable with my puppet. I'm doing my dashes, my ninja dashes, my shuriken.
Yeah.
It puts me in a good position. Another thing that helps with neutral, I want you to, after I shuriken, I want you to counter.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, see, you can pick your puppets back up. You can also do this off an air hit, so just counter in three, two, one.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
three,
Right.
two, one. Yeah, see, you pick them up off air hit too. The time is a little different, but the reason why this is important is because they either have to waste two counters
Mm.
or just get put in a combo. So, obviously is a very good form of aggression to keep the pressure on.
Yeah.
Um, I guess nothing is that staying on your puppet is, in my opinion, not the optimal way to play puppets. You kind of have to you have to switch tech with them for them to be used at their fullest.
Mm.
So a lot of times, Dragon Flame gives invincibility frames, but I would do something like this and then air hit with Conqueror.
Yeah.
The reason why I use Dragon Flame is for the air support and because it's just very like spammable,
Mm.
and having that spam type jutsu with puppets is very nice.
So how would you
Um,
say? How would you say? Because obviously you're talking about obviously keeping your puppets near me, kind of thing, and a lot of stuff like based off of like close range. I say close range because the puppets are close, but like kind of close range neutrals. How do you get to that point? Like, how do you get to like that unreactable range, or you can play that close range neutral aggression? Like how would you get there? Like how would you say?
all
How
right.
would you approach? Like if you're over there, let's say the match starts, puppets are next to you. How would you go about getting your puppets near me? Do you know what I mean? Like how would
Now
you
there's
go about that?
right. There's two main ways. You can either chakra dash and like maybe do it twice, ninja dash, and get like this. So chakra dash is very important because, like I said, they have priority. Another thing, people team like they seem to get nervous when you just do this, move your puppets over to them. A lot of
Mm,
people when you put them right there, like you'd be surprised how many people just counter. Like they just get so nervous. Like when you're right here, they're
mm,
very nervous because right here, I just do this. So moving your puppets literally with just R2
mm,
and your left joystick. So that's, obviously the inputs. R2 left joystick. And another thing is that look, when I'm about to let go of block, when I let go of block, I have them there for that all that time, right?
mm,
Now, when you press block again after you let go, that's when they come back instantly.
mm.
See? So
So
that's something
yeah,
to know. Don't press it again after you let go unless you want your puppets to come back.
so yeah, because I
Um,
think that's a habit that I used to do when I was playing puppets. I'd put my puppets over there, and because I want to move my puppets again, I'd hold block and they would come back. So do you know what I
yeah,
mean? So if you let's say
yeah.
you let go, you bring my puppets next to me and you let go, but you still under pressure, you still want to be over there. How would you go about that? Because now obviously you don't have the aspect of just moving it how you want. So
So are
how
you
would you go
saying if
about
I if
that?
I accidentally bring my puppets back?
No, let's say your puppets are over there, right? And you want it to stay
Hmm.
over there, but you let go of guard, right? So you're like, oh shit, I let go of guard, but I still want the pressure. I don't want my puppets to come back. I want the pressure still. What would you do like to make up for that? Because you can't press guard
Um,
again.
right. Okay. Well, there's a certain amount of things you could do. If you're over here, I'll talk about if you're over here and if you're over here. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
if you're over here, you can air tilt with your puppets. A lot of people don't know that. All
mm,
you have to do is just um, jump, switch, and tilt.
yeah,
See? So that's something that's really good. It creates setups that I'll show later on.
yeah,
And another thing, the shuriken and chakra shuriken are really good for keep away game, but also like cross map pressure.
yeah.
Because from here, look, like you see, the shuriken are really good with Conqueror. They also have a delayed hitbox, so if you dash me, they'll knock you off the dash and stop your pressure.
Okay,
Now, if I'm over here and I let go of guard,
yeah,
um, you kind of want to play off of any puppet, like no matter how bad their air hit is,
yeah,
it's nice to use their air hit and dash.
yeah.
It's another form of neutral that I want to actually talk about is the whole dash clash thing because there's so much stuff you can do off it.
There you go.
Boom, there we go.
We got there.
So you could do guard break. It's not like obviously like a confirmed guard break. I'm pretty sure you could switch or counter. It's more of a mix up and unreactable type of thing.
Yeah, like it's
Um,
the option that not many people would have because you don't have that stun. You know, like normal
Right.
characters, they have a dash cat stunt, whereas puppets, they don't have that stunt, so you can use that to catch people off guard, kind of thing.
Yeah, and another thing, bro, that's super important is this. So we'll do it again. Watch. Yeah, ninja dash off your chakra dash. I did it a little bit slow that time, but you want a
Yeah,
ninja dash,
yeah,
and it gives you, yeah, like see, it's
yeah,
not the fact that it's unblockable. It's another mix up, and you can
yeah.
also
Another option.
play it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you
So
can basically
that's
mix.
a
So
good form.
basically, a dash clash is basically more of a mix up for puppets than normal characters, because normal
Yeah,
characters
by far.
you're mostly like you'll either switch to steal your turn back or you'll jutsu switch to steal your turn back. Like you'll use jutsus, that kind of thing. But like that's it. Do you know what I mean? You can't like dash again or grab straight away or tilt straight away. Puppets can do all of that. So a dash clash is a mix up in the puppet's favor as well. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
they have
bro.
more options after dash clash than a normal character would.
Yeah, it's completely different from regs because the priority is a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Um, Another thing, you can also jutsu buffer like with puppets.
Yeah.
Dang, hold up, am I washed? All right, there we go.
He said, "Am I washed?"
Yeah, so you can jutsu buffer, you can grab buffer, you know. But I guess another important thing is very important for all forms of puppets
Mm,
is their combo switch. So, whole block. You see like how long it had you in the guard animation with the combo switch.
yeah,
So you
yeah,
can
yeah.
play off that. I'll show you from up close real quick,
That's like a
and then
guaranteed upgrade pill mix kind of thing.
yeah, bro, I love doing that setup I just did. I love doing it. So whole block,
Yeah,
and then from here you can I messed up
do
my guard pressure moderate, but you get what I'm saying.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
go into
You can
that.
basically
So
use it as a way to confirm whatever guard pressure you want to do, your kind of thing.
right, and
Because
that's
he just
another
keeps you
thing.
still.
That's when I was saying earlier play off the shuriken, this is what I mean because the shuriken is what kind of pressures at the end. You get what I'm saying?
So is the shuriken with the buffer a jail if you get the buffer right? Because obviously you can't counter buffers if you're fast enough.
Yeah, yeah. You can't let you try to counter it. Oh wow, hold up.
Looks like it's just
Alright,
him. Yeah, see, not
see,
happening.
yeah, and then from here, another thing you could do, whole block. You could play mix up game with it, you know. So,
Mm, yeah, yeah, okay.
or you could do this. Oh, let me wait for Conqueror to come back. I'll break your guard real quick. You could do something like this. See?
Yeah, the air tool that you were mentioning before.
Yeah, I love using that air tail, bro. It's so broken.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And this like
that's
it's really good
basically
as well because obviously it gives you distance, which as a puppet player you want.
right. I guess there's one more thing I want to try. So I want you to sub my air hit and chakra dash.
Okay.
All right,
So
three, two, one.
I
Oh shit.
counted. I was holding block.
Yeah,
Alright,
just sub
no.
the air hit and chakra dash. Three, two, one.
Yeah. I tried to.
Double
I
sub.
got double subs.
Yeah, it's double sub. And here's the thing: if it doesn't make you double sub, it's like a 50% time. So we'll see if it
Yeah.
doesn't make you double sub. Just try it again. Three, two,
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
happening.
it basically will give us that dash clash animation that we had earlier. So
Yeah.
not only did you waste your sub, but I get a grab
It's
or
a bait
I get a
straight
ninja
into the dash
dash.
clash mix. Yeah.
Yep. Now imagine this with a puppet like Sorcery, bro. You're not reacting to the grab. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You're gonna get put in the strike back and everything. But yeah,
Yeah.
bro, that's how I would describe puppet neutral.
Yeah, all right, cool. So puppets seem to basically, as just a little bit of a summary, I'll say so. You basically want to play off of that dash clash mix because you got a lot more options. That's what I'm gonna kind of call it, a dash clash mix kind of thing, because it's like if they want to counter and disrespect, you got options like the grab, for example. You know, I'm pretty sure like if they're countering, if they're gonna hold block, you can open them up with an upbreak pill because you can do that pretty fairly quickly to catch people off guard, kind of thing. You still can ninja move. You still have your tilt as well. Like you can still switch. You can still kunai, chakra kunai. Like you still have all of the options and more. So you want to play off of that dash clash mix by the sound of it, especially with the air hit to initiate. I think Conqueror specifically, his air hit's pretty big. Like he has a big hitbox on
Yeah.
his air hit as well. But you basically want to go instead of going in like, for example, a normal character. When we get in close, you want to go in like this. Whereas a puppet will dash in and go play off the air hit rather than the normal like grounded hit kind of thing. So play off of that air hit because
Ultimate me real quick.
you
By the
can
way.
do whatever.
But yeah, I agree, bro. It's basically, to summarize it, it's chakra dashes, dash class mix, as how you would call it. Keeping your puppet over here,
Yeah.
using your buffers, layering yourself,
Yeah.
and another thing, puppets stop double dashes, so double dash. See,
Yeah,
and
I was gonna
you know,
actually mention that, like with puppets, I feel like puppets can count as like zoning as well because if same going back to you moving your puppet kind of towards me, if I had like a zoning team with like a fireball or anything like that, puppets wouldn't get to Conqueror. Puppets would just block it all from up close.
yep, it blocks Inferno Fireball. So,
So it's really good against zoning teams as well. But this is where we pick Shizwi.
oh
I
god,
didn't
bro,
even think about that because
that team you
Shizwi.
have is a nightmare.
Shizwi says no to that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
hold on, let me show you the other side.
And
Actually.
Orochimaru too.
Let me see. Let me go on this side. Hold on. This way. There we go. Shizwi, I think.
Yeah, there you
Yeah. Go straight through that shit. You
Yeah.
don't play that.
go. Another thing, switch to Orochimaru and Chakra Dash. Like, just watch this.
Orochimaru
Oh wait, hold up.
is a-
Yeah. Break my guard real quick.
Okay, breaks this way. So, alright.
Alright, there we go.
Broke my
Okay.
thumb.
Another thing, obviously, you know, the puppets have their own guard, but switch to Orochimaru and Chakra Dash.
Oh, chakra, sorry. That'd be even
Yeah, you're good.
good.
Yeah, just regular Chakra Dash. Yep, he goes right under, bro.
He goes
He's
under
a
that
puppet
shit.
player's worst
He said-
nightmare. Like,
Oh, we got clipped there, but yeah. He said nope.
yeah, bro. He's a puppet player's worst nightmare, bro. He just goes straight under. So.
Yeah, Orochimaru's dash does go. If you watch the other Teach Me guys that we did with Jetman, Orochimaru's dash goes under a lot of shit.
Yeah, bro. He's ridiculous. So
But yeah. So puppets are good against zoning apart from specific characters. Obviously Orochimaru being one of them, good to keep out. This is obviously is tied to keep out as well. But there are certain people, as you know, Pain, as we now, not even now discovered, but the start of Pain's dash because he moved so far to the side. Like, you know, there will be times where, you know, people can get past your dash, but at least in terms of jutsus, because you're blocking, like for example, an Inferno Fireball that has priority over other jutsus, a puppet can stop that. Do you know what I mean? But certain jutsus and stuff like, you know, Ten Tails Obito, Orochimaru here, Shizui here as well will beat that. So you have to, as you the puppet player, this is where you'll find a way out of it, and obviously you might even resort to switching out of it and stuff like that. So yeah, just to go over everything like we said. Oh, and don't stay as your puppet as well. Don't fall into the category of you just sitting on your puppet all day and picking your two characters as assists as well. Something that I say,
please don't do that.
if you knock down the puppet, like a lot of puppet players, they will just sit as the puppet and then relax and then use their supports to try and get out. Whereas if you switch off, so for example, if I knock down his puppets, right, and then if I knock down his puppets and then his puppets fall, and then he switches, if he switches, the next time he goes into his puppets, they're back up again. Like that's straight away. Do you know what I mean? So he could switch, do a jutsu, and then switch back into the puppet and do a setup, and then he's in. Like, do you know what I mean? You don't go through that animation. So
Exactly.
don't fall into the category where you just sit on your puppet and then pick two jutsus that work with your puppet. It obviously can work. People do it, but it's not the most optimal way to do it at all. Like you've got two characters with their own sets that can correlate to the puppet.
Right. It's yeah, puppets are played completely different from regs, but like you said, I don't get why some people just stay on their puppet the whole time
Yeah.
when they clearly need to switch because like Shisui or Orochi's just like dominating the puppet. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with switching.
It's Storm 4, not Storm 3.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
bro.
mean? So obviously, you know, you're going.
My fault. I was gonna say here's another cool little feature puppets have. I guess it's kind of neutral because it doesn't really like. You'll see. It's you could do this. Cancel out your puppet dashes with.
With Arborville. with
Nope,
certain
with
things.
anything. So watch.
Oh shit.
You can do it with anything, bro.
So yeah, so you can cancel your animation just with a straight jutsu rather than actually stopping it.
Yeah, with anything.
'Cause I
It's
can't.
inputs is one hit, fully charged chakra dash, and then in the middle of the dash you could do any input.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay. All right. So that's also a good thing to know because puppets can't stop their dash regularly with a guard. They have, you know what I mean?
yeah,
So
bro.
if he was to, if you didn't use that and I was to get dashed straight away, so if you just dashed me, I could just throw out a counter. Whereas if
And
he could
please
bait me out,
don't double
then
dash with puppets. You
it don't
see?
work. It
Like,
goes away.
yeah, bro.
So yeah, so double dashing, no, it goes away. But also mixing up your approach with the chakra dash with, you know, the stuff he said to bait that out as well. You want to do that as well because, you know, again, if you are dashing and you're not gonna double dash, it disappears, and the person knows, they could just counter it. Your puppets are on the floor, and you gotta switch.
Yeah, so
So
keep that in mind, everybody.
yeah.
Keep that
So
in mind.
He's